Dear student, last time we started exercise numericals. Now we proceed further. Now see our exercise sum number 1.7. See, this is again a theoretical question. Electric field lines is a continuous curve. Field line cannot have sudden break. Why not? Or we want to say why the electric field line is a continuous curve, why it cannot have a break. And the second part of the question is explain why two electric field line can never intersect. Now see the first answer of the first part. Now let us say a Q charge is here, that is our source charge. Suppose we have to find out electric field here. Let us say at this point P. What do you have to find out? See the force acting on a unit positive charge at point P. Now suppose we change the position of the trace charge. Let us say from P to P dash. Okay, then again it will be again in the direction of the force. See, we can have as many number of points in the space to find out the electric field. Now, if we join this, we will have a continuous curve. That is why electric field line is a continuous curve and it cannot have a break. Now see the second part, answer of the second part, the question says why two electric field line can never intersect. Now we know electric field line is a curve drawn in electric field in such a way that tangent drawn at any point is in direction of electric field at that point. Okay, now suppose this is electric field line 1, this is second electric field line. Let us say they intersect in point, let us say B. Okay, now see by definition, see the tangent drawn at electric field line 1 will be in direction, in this direction. Similarly, tangent drawn on electric field line 2 will be in this direction. Now we can say in that case at a given point there are two tangents which shows two different directions. But this is not possible, hence electric field line never intersect. Here at given point there are two tangents which shows two different directions. This is not possible, hence two electric field lines can never intersect. Okay, this is how we can write answer of part A and B. Now see, next is our exercise sum number 1.8. Now charge QA is 3 into 10 to minus 8 coulomb, that is charge 1, and QB is minus 3 into 10 to minus 8 coulomb, charge 2. Now they are separated by 30 centimeter. Let us say charge 1 and 2, 3 into 10 to minus 8. Okay. Now what? See the distance between them is 30 centimeter. That is 0.3. See what you have to find out? Electric field at the midpoint. Let us say M is the midpoint of the line joining the two charges. So the distance will be 0.15 meter. Now we have to find out electric field at point M. So see what is electric field at a given point? See there is a force acting on a unit positive charge placed at that point. Now let us say the unit positive charge is placed at point M. See this is a positive charge. See and this will be positive charge repulsive force, so the electric field will be even. Now second charge is a negative charge. This will attract the trace charge. Okay, so what we see, this is electric field E2. What we can see here, electric field due to both charge will be in the same direction, so resultant electric field now here. See, the magnitude of the electric field due to both charge is same. Also, they are in the same direction, so we can consider as a scalar. So we can say E1, E plus E. E1 and E2 we can consider same. Why? Because the charge and distance is same. So that is 2E. Now, what is the formula for electric field of a point charge? We have seen earlier E is equal to KQ by R square. So 2K is 9 into 10 to 9. Charge magnitude is, now the distance is 0.15 whole square. See, that will get us the value of the electric field. That will be 5.4 into 10 to 6. 5.4. What is unit? Newton per coulomb. Okay, now this is the first pass. Now second part, force on negative charge of magnitude 1.5 into 10 to minus 9 coulomb placed at midpoint. Let us say, see, the Q charge is 1.5 into 10 to minus 9 coulomb is placed at midpoint. So the force acting F is equal to QE, that is the formula we are having. See, here there is a negative charge, so it will be minus 1.5 into, what is the formula? Electric field. What is the magnitude of the electric field is 5 into 10 to 6. So that will be a force acting on a negative charge placed at that point. See, now our next question, exercise sum number 1.9. Charge QA is 2.5 into 10 to minus 7 coulomb. See, the position vector is given as 0, 0, minus 15 centimeter. QB is minus 2.5 into 10 to minus 7. R2 is given as 0, 0, 15 centimeter. See, what we have to find out? The total charge of the system, and second is the dipole moment. Now first answer, total charge of system, that is we can say QA plus QB, 2.5 into 10 to minus 7 minus 2.5, total charge will be 0. Now secondly we have to find out the dipole moment. Now see, the dipole moment is given as 2A into Q. Okay, that is the equation we have seen earlier. Now 2A is R1 minus R2. This is 0, 0, minus 15, minus. See, that will make 0, 0 and minus 30 centimeter. Okay, now see the magnitude of the distance. Okay, now see the dipole moment P is equal to 2A into Q. 2A is 0.3 into charge is 2.5. See, that will make 3 into 10 to minus 1. Unit is coulomb meter. Now what about the direction? Now dipole moment is a vector quantity, this is a magnitude, and direction, so as we can see it is 0, 0 and minus 0.3, that shows the negative direction, Z direction. See, the direction will be, it will be in negative Z direction. So this is how we can obtain the dipole moment of the system. Now see, the total charge of the system will be 0 and the dipole moment value we have obtained. Now see our next example is example 1.10. See, here the dipole moment given is 4 into 10 to minus 9 coulomb electric field is given as 5 into 10 to 4 Newton Coulomb. See, the dipole is placed by making angle theta degree with the field. We have to find out the torque acting on the dipole. So we have derived earlier equation for torque acting on dipole. Torque is equal to P cross E. Now here we have to obtain the magnitude of the torque. The torque is equal to Pe sin theta. That is 4 into 10 to minus 9, 5 into 10 to 4. Now sin 30 is 1 by 2. This will be 20 into 1 by 2 minus 5, 10 into 10 to minus 4, 5. Torque unit is Newton. Okay. Now the second part, next question is example 1.1. Now see, a polythene piece have a 3.3 into 10 to minus 7 coulomb negative charge on it. What we have to find out? First, the number of electrons transferred, and second is the mass transfer during this process. Now see, the equation Q is equal to minus 3. Why? Is a negative charge. Here we have to find out N. E is the charge of the electron, 1.6 into 10 to minus 19. Now we use the equation Q is equal to Ne. So we can obtain Q by E, minus 3 into 10 to minus 7, 1.6 into minus 19. Okay. So this is the value of the number of electrons transferred during this process, and secondly mass transfer. Now we know the mass of the electron is 9.1130 kg. So the total mass M will be M into N. M is the mass of the electron. N is the number of electron transferred during this process. This is how we can find out mass transfer. Now see our next example. See, there are two. We can say a point charge Q1 and Q2 have the same magnitude. Q1 is equal to 6.5 into 10 to minus 7 coulomb. Q2 is 6.5 and R is 0.5 meter. See, what we have to find out? Coulombian force between them. Now see, if we take only the magnitude of the Coulombian force F, that is K Q1 Q2 upon R square. 9 into 10 to 9, 6.7 upon 0.5 whole square. See, now see, the same question says that each of the charge is double. Q1 is made 2 times Q1, Q2 is also made 2 times Q2. Distance is made up of half. What will be the new force? Now see the new force. See, our equation is this: F is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. Okay. Now the new force, let us say F dash is K into 2Q1 2Q2 upon R by 2 square. So now 2 to the 4 and 4 16 K Q1 Q2 upon R square. Okay. Now see, that is the magnitude of force F. That will be the new magnitude. Okay. This is how we can solve this one. Now our next example 1.13 is related to the previous sum. Now in previous sum the force between charge Q1 and Q2 was this. Now see, the question says, see a identical sphere but it is uncharged. Let us say C. It do not have initial any charge on it. It is first brought in contact with A. So there will be sharing of charge between A and C. That will be Q1 plus Q2 by 2, Q1 plus 0 by 2. So now A will have Q1 by 2 charge and B also will have Q1 by 2 charge. Now after this, B is brought in contact with C. Now B has, after separation from A, B has Q1 by 2 charge, C has Q1 charge. Or why? Because Q1 and Q2 are same. Now they are brought in contact, B and C. So again there should be sharing of charge Okay. Now, what is the final charge on A? A now has is Q1 by 2 charge. B also have 3Q1 by 4 charge. Now 2 to the 4. Okay. Now they are kept at the same separation, that is 0.5 meter. Earlier question, the separation was 0.5 meter. Now, in this condition, what is the force acting between A and B? Now the force acting between A and B, F dash is Q1 by 2, 3Q1 by 4 upon R square. Okay. Now this will be 3 upon 8 K Q1 Q2. Why we can write Q1 and Q2 are same. That is 3 by 8 into F. Now earlier we calculated the value of the force was this 1.5 to 1 into 10 to minus 2 Newton. So this is how we can calculate the force between A and B in the given condition. Now see our next question. Exercise number 1.14. Now see, here they have shown the motion of a 3 charged particle, let us say Q1, Q2, Q3 in a uniform electric field like this. Now by using this, for which particle the maximum charge to mass ratio, that is Q upon M, that we have to find out by using this. Now see here, see force acting on a charged particle placed in a electric field, we have studied F is equal to QE. Now we also know that F is equal to MA, so MA is QE. That will give you the acceleration QE by. Now see the distance covered is V naught T plus half AT square. Now here given that initial velocity is 0, so the distance covered, let us say the distance covered in y direction is half AT square. Now let us say L is the length and V is the velocity. So velocity is distance upon time or displacement upon time, let us say time t. So t is equal to L upon V. Okay. Now we know the equation y is equal to half AT square. Now this is the value of the acceleration and this is the value of the time. So if we substitute this, y is equal to 1 by 2, A is QE by M, L upon V. Now see the displacement or the deviation of the charged particle in the electric field is given by the ratio Q upon M, or we can say the charge to mass ratio is directly proportional to distance covered. Okay. Now here what we see, the bending of the charged particle Q3 is maximum, therefore charge Q3 has maximum bending, maximum deviation, hence for charged particle Q3 ratio will be again we can see here, we know the formula F is equal to QE. We also know that F is equal to MA. From this we get acceleration. Now speed is equal to, or velocity is distance, displacement upon time, we get the value of t. D is equal to V naught T plus half AT square, we have studied earlier. By substituting the value, we can see y is Q by M, or we know the Q by M is directly proportional to y. This is how we can see that for the charged particle Q3, the ratio is maximum. Now see our next example, exercise number 1.15. Now it says the uniform electric field is in the x direction, that is given here as electric field. Now see a square surface of length 10 cm is placed in YZ plane. Now we know, see the square surface is placed in a YZ plane, so the area vector will be perpendicular to YZ plane, that will be in x direction. See, we have obtained the value of area also. What we have to find out? The flux linked with the surface. So in the first case, electric field and area vector are in same direction. Flux phi is E dot A, that is EA cos theta cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. See, the electric field is 3 into 10 to 3. Area is minus 2. Cos 0 is 1. 30. Flux is Newton meter square upon Coulomb. Okay, that is the first answer. Now second part says, now the plane normal to the plane, that is nothing but area vector. Normal to the plane make the angle of 60 degree with the electric field. So see, whenever the angle made by the area vector is given, we have to consider that angle into account. Now in second case, theta is 60 degree, flux phi is E dot A, that is EA cos 60, that is 3 into 10 to 3 minus 2, cos 60 is 1 by 2. So this will be 15 Newton meter square upon Coulomb. See, there is a flux linked with the surface in a given condition. Now see our next question. Exercise number 1.16, that is 1.16. Electric field is same magnitude of that of previous one. Now see, a cube of length 20 centimeter is placed in the electric field in such a way. See, the surface, let us say surface 1 and surface 2 are perpendicular. Okay, surface 1 and surface 2 are parallel to the electric field. Now this is one surface and second surface. Now what we have to find out? Flux linked with the surface. Now first we talk of the surface 1, that will give the value of phi 1, and surface 2 will give you the phi 2. Now each are of the same side, so area also of the same magnitude. Now see here, the area vector of the surface 1 will be like this. That will be in opposite direction of the electric field. So in the first, for the first surface, it will be E dot A. For second surface, area vector is in the direction of electric field, E2 dash. Now for the first surface, theta is 180, what we can see here. Okay, and second surface, theta 2 is 0. So in that case, here will be minus E1, okay, E and A cos 180. See, both have the same value, that's why we are taking E in A only, cos 180. Okay, and second here it is EA cos 0. Now cos 180 is minus 1, cos 0 is 1, EA into minus 1 minus E plus EA. That is how the flux enclosed by the surface will be zero. Now see our next exercise sum 1.17, that is 17. See, there is a black box. See, the condition says the outward flux linked with the box is 8 into 10 to 3 Newton Coulomb per meter square. See, what you have to find out? Charge inside the box. And second part of the question is little bit different. It says that if the flux linked with the given box is 0, what will be the charge inside the box? So first answer we have to obtain. See here, flux phi is 8 into 10 to 3 Newton Coulomb per meter square. Now see, we know the flux phi is given as sigma q upon epsilon 0. Now so then in that case the sigma q or the charge inside the box will be flux into epsilon 0. Flux is 8 into 10 to 3. Epsilon 0 is 8.85 MKS unit, that we can write. And by multiplying this will be the charge inside the box. Now the second part of the question says, given that flux linked with the box what will be the charge? Okay, now here the flux is given as 0. Now flux is again q upon epsilon 0. So q is equal to phi into E0. But q0 flux is given as 0 value into 8.5 into 10 to minus 12. Okay, so in this condition, in the second condition, the charge inside the box will be 0. Now see our next exercise numerical, that is 1.18. It says, the question says that suppose there is a surface, plane surface of 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter side, and q charge is placed at a 5 centimeter distance from this. What we have to find out? The flux linked with the surface. Now we should know the condition that flux with the any surface. Okay. Now here we have to find out. See a plane surface of 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter side. See phi q charge q of 10 microcoulomb is placed at a distance of 5 centimeter from the. Now 10 microcoulomb charge is placed at a distance of 5 centimeter from a plane surface like this. We have to find out the flux linked with this surface. Now we know the formula. See, the flux linked with any surface is the charge enclosed by the surface upon epsilon 0. Now this is an open surface. So for finding out the flux, we should have a closed surface. Suppose I complete this diagram making a cube of 10 centimeter side, then this will be the closed surface. So in that case we can obtain the flux is nothing but charge upon epsilon 0. But this cube will have a 6 surface. So in that case the flux link will be with the total cube. Okay, flux link will be with the total cube. Here we have to find out flux with any one surface. So whatever flux we obtain from the given condition, we have to divide by 6. So the flux linked with given surface, that is a one surface, okay, will be 1/6 of charge enclosed by the surface. That will be q upon epsilon 0. Now 1/6, q value is 10 into minus 6 epsilon 0. Okay, this is how we can find out the flux linked with a given surface. Now see our next exercise sum number 1.19. Charge q 2 into 10 to minus 6 coulomb at the place of a cube of given size. What will be the flux? So flux phi is q upon epsilon 0, that is a charge enclosed, 2 into 10 to minus 6 upon 8.85 into 10 to minus 12 Newton coulomb per meter square. Okay, now see, we know they do not depend on the size. Now second part of the next question is exercise number 1.20. Now see, there is an inward flux of 1 into 10 to 3 Newton coulomb per meter square with a spherical Gaussian surface. Now let us say this is a spherical Gaussian surface. Now the question says, if the size of the area of the Gaussian surface is double, what will be the change in the flux? But we know, see, by changing the area, the charge enclosed by the surface will not change, so the flux will remain same. Okay, and secondly we have to find out the charge, magnitude of the charge. Now here is an inward flux, that will be a negative charge. So flux phi is q upon epsilon 0, q is phi into E0, that is minus 1, E0 is 8.85. Okay, this is how we can obtain the charge. Now see, the next term is exercise 1.21. Now see, given a point charge produces an electric field of 1.5 into 10 to 23 Newton coulomb meter. Now see, the charge is placed at a 10 centimeter. Okay, See, the electric field is obtained at a distance of 10 centimeter from the source charge. What will be the magnitude of the charge? Now we know the formula of electric field due to point charge. You know E is equal to kq by r square. Okay. Now the question says the electric field is radially inward direction. This suggests that there should be a negative charge which is act as a source charge. So the charge should be of the negative polarity. By this we can find out the value of the charge will be E r square upon k. Now E is 1.5 into 10 to 23. R is 0.1 whole square. K value is 10 to 9. But this magnitude charge of, see, the magnitude of the charge will be negative. Why? Because the electric field will be in the negative direction. See, this will be 6.67 into 10 to minus 9. 23 minus 11, that will be 12. Okay? Well, this will be the magnitude of the charge. This is how we can solve this given. Okay, now this is what we have done today in the class. Next time we'll complete this lesson. Some of the exercise numerical are remaining, that we'll complete next time, and we'll take some MCQ also.